Hey guys, welcome to another video on Explainer Zone. In this video, I'm going to talk about MP Materials stock and also some recent news about Nano Dimension. So let's begin with MP Materials, whose stock is up almost 40% in the last 2 weeks. This will be more of a first look and my initial thoughts regarding this company. So MP Materials is basically a mining company which owns and operates the Mountain Pass mine in California. So I guess that's where the name MP comes from the name Mountain Pass. Mountain Pass mine is an open pit mine, and according to MP Materials, it is the only integrated rare earth mining and processing site in North America. Now, to understand the reason why there has been a lot of attention on this company recently, we need to look at two things: rare earth elements and the history of Mountain Pass. There are about 17 rare earth elements which exhibit similar chemical properties, and although they are called rare, these elements are not really rare to find. The reason why they are called rare earth elements is because it is very unusual to find them in a pure form. And this makes it difficult and expensive to separate these elements. I think a lot of people haven't ever heard of most of the rare earth elements, and worse, it's even extremely hard to just simply pronounce the names of most of these elements. But rare earth elements are used in so many products, they are all around us. They are used in smartphones, digital cameras, televisions, computers, as magnets in electric cars, wind turbines, drones, and in various other ways. But amongst all the applications of rare earth elements, magnets are one of the largest and looks like they're going to be one of the main focus areas for MP Materials. The demand for magnets is expected to grow in the coming decades, especially because of the growing EV industry. This potential growth opportunity for MP Materials is one of the reasons why it is being noticed. Now that's just one side of the coin in this story. The other side of the coin has to do a little bit with the history of the Mountain Pass mine and a little bit with the current global scene in the production of rare earth elements. Although MP Materials was only created in 2017, Mountain Pass mine was in operation before. Production first started at this mine back in 1952, and apparently between 1965 and 1995, this mine supplied most of the worldwide rare earth metals consumption. But as we can see in this graph, since the 1980s, production in China started growing. And currently China apparently controls about 70% of global production. And looks like factors like low labor cost and not so strict environmental regulations in China helped China become the leading producer of rare earth elements. So this eventually led to the bankruptcy of Moly Corp, which was the company that was running the Mountain Pass mine in 2015. The current dominance of China in the production of rare earth elements gives it an advantage in geopolitics, especially given that rare earth elements are critical for manufacturing in several key industries, including defense. So it looks like there is an ongoing focus in the United States to reduce dependence on China for rare earth elements. MP Materials recently received a grant worth $9.6 million from the Department of Defense as a contribution towards their Stage 2 optimization. So it looks like these efforts to reduce the dependence on China for rare earth elements could potentially help MP Materials in the long term. Quickly looking at some numbers for MP Materials stock, the current stock price is $26.21. The stock is down over 5% today, but over the last 2 weeks, the stock is actually up almost 40%. The current market cap for the company is about $4 billion, and they had actually posted a net income of just over $14 million in their most recent quarterly results. So to kind of summarize the positives and negatives of this company, I think the growing EV market is a potential opportunity for a company like MP Materials. According to their recent investor presentation, they seem to be projecting magnets for electric powertrains to grow by 15 times in the next decade. The ongoing focus to reduce dependence on China for rare earth elements is another factor which I think could potentially help MP Materials in the long run. But I think there are also some risks that are involved. The first risk is that Mountain Pass mine is in California, which is known to have extremely stringent environmental regulations. Although this is good for the environment, these regulations usually increase operation costs for industries and make it harder for them to compete with companies that are operating under not so strict environmental regulations. This is one of the reasons for China currently being the dominant producer of rare earth elements in the world. The second risk is that at the end of the day, it is in the commodities industry, which is known to be cyclical, and so will get impacted by the fluctuations in the market prices for rare earth materials. But the company seems to be having a plan at the moment, and the opportunities seem to be attractive. So I'll be keeping an eye on this one. Coming to Nano Dimension news, A couple days ago, they were priced a $180 million registered direct offering. They seem to have entered into definitive agreements with investors for the sale of about 30 million of the company's American depository shares at a price of $6 per ADS pursuant to a registered direct offering. They say that they intend to use this money for working capital and for general corporate purposes and pursuing strategic opportunities, including possible business combination transactions, which I think is referring to the mergers and acquisitions work they said they have been doing recently. The closing of the registered direct offering is expected to take place on or about December 9th, 2020, subject to the satisfaction of customary closing conditions. NNDM stock price fell sharply yesterday after this news, I think almost about 10% if I remember correctly. But in today's trading session, it is back up by over 6% and the current stock price is at $7.10. The current market cap is at about $770 million. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. I make videos like this regularly, so stay tuned. I would like to tell you that I am not a financial advisor, and this video or any of the videos on Explainer Zone are not meant to be investment advice. All the videos in Explainer Zone are only for entertainment and educational purposes, and please do your own research and due diligence before investing in stocks or anything else, as there is a risk associated with them.